It was nearly midnight when Nathan Reed found himself standing alone on the edge of the old Halberd Bridge, staring down at the icy black river below. The lights of the city shimmered on the water's surface like fractured dreams, beautiful, unreachable, and fleeting. Wind slithered through the steel beams, hissing in his ears, pulling at his coat like fingers from the deep. But he didn't move. He wasn't here to feel anything. He was here to end the feeling altogether. The world had carved pieces from him slowly. A failed merger that ended his career. A marriage that soured under the weight of late hours and false promises. A daughter who stopped answering his calls when the house got sold and the lies ran out. There was no scandal. No fall from grace. Just a quiet unraveling of a man who once had a name people respected. Now, he was an echo in the wrong part of the city, balancing on rusted railings above dark, unforgiving water. Then a voice came from the shadows. "That's a hell of a place to finish a life." Nathan turned sharply. A man stood a few feet away, wrapped in layers of torn jackets and scarves, the scent of the streets hanging around him like smoke. His beard was wild, his shoes barely intact. A homeless man, no doubt, but his eyes were sharp. Too sharp. "Who are you?" Nathan asked, throat dry. The man gave a faint smile. "Nobody important. Just someone who stood there before." Nathan stayed quiet. The stranger didn't move closer. He just leaned against the beam, as if he had all night. "You think jumping makes it stop," the man said. "But what if you carry it with you? What if you take the weight wherever you go?" Nathan's pulse kicked up. "Are you here to stop me?" "No," the man said. "I'm here because I couldn't stop myself once. And I wonder every night, if I had someone to talk to, would I have done it differently?" Nathan's jaw tightened. "You clearly didn't jump. Didn't have the guts," the man said. "But I lost everything anyway." Nathan shook his head. "You don't know me." "You're right, but I know that look. You've already buried yourself. You just haven't finished the job." Silence hung between them. The river roared softly below. "I built everything from nothing," Nathan said, almost to himself. 20 years. Then one bad decision, and no one would touch my name again." "That's what the world does," the man replied. "They love you until you slip. Then they pretend they never saw you climb." Nathan closed his eyes. "It's not just the job. It's my daughter. I haven't heard from her in 8 months." "She angry?" "She's disappointed." The man exhaled through his nose. "Disappointment fades. Absence doesn't." Nathan opened his eyes, and for the first time really looked at the man. "Why are you here tonight?" "Same reason you are," the man said. "But for me, it's the anniversary." "Of what?" The man stared into the river. "The night I didn't die. The night I chose to crawl back to the street instead of falling into it." Nathan studied him. "Did it get better?" The man smiled, but it was pained. "Not at first. I had nothing. People crossed the street to avoid me. But then one night, a kid handed me half a sandwich. Didn't ask for anything. Just smiled and said, 'You look hungry.' That smile, it stuck with me. Reminded me I used to smile like that. Reminded me I used to matter." Nathan swallowed hard. "What's your name?" The man looked surprised. "Haven't been asked that in years." "Jacob." "Nathan," he replied. They shook hands. Jacob's hand was calloused and cold, but the grip was strong. Jacob nodded slowly. "That's what I thought too. Until I saw someone crying on the bridge once. A girl. College-aged. Looked like she hadn't eaten in days. I gave her my coat. Didn't think anything of it. A year later, she found me again. She had cleaned up, gotten help, said my coat was the only thing that kept her warm that night. Said it made her feel seen. That coat saved her. And I almost threw myself off this bridge before I could give it away." Nathan turned back toward the water. "You think I'll feel better if I walk away?" "No," Jacob said honestly. "You'll feel like hell. But you'll still be alive to feel it. And eventually, one small thing will start to matter again. Maybe a song. Maybe a bird. Maybe just the warmth of a coffee cup in your hand. But it will matter." Nathan looked down at the void. The pole was still there, but it felt thinner, less certain. "Why do you come back here?" he asked. Because this bridge reminds me that even in my lowest moment, I didn't fall. It reminds me that even now, homeless, alone, I can still talk someone off the ledge. Maybe I couldn't save myself back then, but maybe I can save someone else now. Nathan took a deep breath. The cold air burned his lungs. He looked at Jacob. Do you have somewhere to sleep tonight? Jacob laughed softly. Cardboard Palace, back of 6th and Main. Nathan reached into his coat, pulled out his wallet. Let me buy you a meal. At least something hot. Jacob shook his head. Not why I came. I know, but I'd still like to. For a long moment, they stood together in the wind. Then Nathan stepped back from the ledge. His shoes crunched against frost as he returned to solid ground. He looked up. The skyline still glittered like temptation. But now it felt different, quieter. They walked off the bridge side by side. At the end, Nathan paused. Jacob? Yeah. Why tonight? Why me? Jacob shrugged. Maybe because you looked like you were ready to listen. Nathan nodded. Thank you. Don't thank me, Jacob said. Just live long enough to give away your own coat one day. And with that, Jacob disappeared down a side alley, his figure swallowed by the night. Nathan stood for a long time, then pulled out his phone. 1 bar. He scrolled down to Emma, his daughter's name, thumb hovering. Then he pressed dial. Pring. And this time, someone picked up. Dad? Came the soft voice on the line. It was hesitant, unsure, but real. Nathan's lips parted. His throat tightened. Emma. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. For everything. I miss you. There was a pause. Then a breath. Then, softly, I miss you too, Dad. As tears slipped down his cheeks, Nathan turned his back to the edge for good. He walked toward the city lights, not to escape his pain, but to rebuild something from it. And in that moment, as frost melted beneath his feet and hope stirred beneath his ribs, Nathan understood. Sometimes the smallest acts hold the loudest echoes. Somewhere, the night was just beginning, and he would walk into it not as the man who almost jumped, but as the one who chose to stay, and finally, to live. Please like, follow, and subscribe to this channel for more truth-revealing and mysterious stories.